Hi, my name's Mrs. Reed. I'm glad you're joining us today. The story we're going to read is about a little girl that doesn't like books. I just can't imagine not liking books. But that's what we're going to read about. Now, normally before we start, we try to get rid of our wiggles. And part of that is touching and wiggling your nose. Well, I just found out shouldn't be doing that because we're trying not to touch our faces. So we're going to change that part. So instead of wiggling our noses, we're going to go, so how does it go? So let's join together and wiggle our fingers. I'll wiggle my toes. I'll wiggle my shoulders all around. So how does it go? Now there's no more wiggles left in me, and I'll be still as I can be. The story we're reading today is Miss Brooks Loves Books, and I don't. And it's written by Barbara Botner. She has tons of books. She's sitting on books. Does the little girl look thrilled? Not so much. Let's see what happens. Miss Brooks loves books, and I don't. She's hugging her book. She really does like them. The little girl's looking at her thinking, I think you're a little out of your tree. Miss Brooks is our librarian. She loves books a lot. She loves the runaway bunny and a bear and where the wild things are and the very hungry caterpillar. She's dressed up as all of them. She has a little bear friend a lot of times too. He dresses up. I asked Miss Brooks why she dresses up for a reading circle. I want you to get as excited about books as I am, she says. I think Miss Brooks gets a little too excited, and I bet her costumes itch. Halloween means we each have to find a poem to share, but all the books with witches, ghosts, and goblins are checked out, and I hate pumpkins. So I made up a Halloween poem of my own. Eek! A freak! The class looks at me funny. Miss Brooks says, well, it's a start. Look at all their costumes. They're all dressed up. All year long, Miss Brooks reads us books. Books about dragons and pilgrims and presidents. Books about love and leprechauns. Groundhogs even. It's vexing. She has some fantastic costumes, doesn't she? Then, in May, Miss Brooks tells us about something truly terrifying. Book Week. You each need to pick a favorite story to share with the class. I want you to wear a costume and tell us all about it. Really show us why you love it, she says. I'll never love a book the way you do, I tell Miss Brooks. Don't be so sure, she says. When I get home, I ask my mother if we can move to a new town. My mother says there's a librarian in every town. I ask if she wants to do my assignment for me. I've already been in the first grade, says my mother. What's her mom doing? Do you like to paint and draw? I like to. It's fun. She doesn't look very happy though, does she? Every single day of Book Week, kids share stories about trains and fairies and cowboys and dogs. And the flower fairy fell down. Giddy up. Woohoo! Woof, woof. Lots of cool things happening there. When Miss Brooks asks what I think, I say, that was too flowery, too furry, too clickety, too yippity. So Miss Brooks fills my bag with more books for me to read with my mom. Holy guacamole, could you carry all those books? I'm not sure I could. But I don't like any of them. They're too kissy, too pink, and too silly, I tell my mother. You're as stubborn as a wart, she says. Warts? I want to read a story with warts, I shout. Warts! My mother finds a book called Shrek. Shrek has hairs on his nose, and he snorts. I love that. Can you read it again, I ask. Snort. I love this book. I have to practice the words over and over, but my mother helps. Then we make an ogre costume. I make stick-on warts for the whole class. She's a lot happier now. When I get to school the next day, I ask Miss Brooks to lend me a hand. What's she doing? She's putting the warts on all the kids, isn't she? When I say the word snort, the whole class snorts. I explain why a stubborn, smelly, snorty ogre searching for a revolting bride makes me laugh. Can you snort like they were? Miss Brooks says she's glad I found a book to love. She says that even ogres like me can find something funny and fantastic and appalling in the library. And that is the slimy truth. I like that book. It just shows we all like different things. And when you do go to the library, there's different books for everybody. But right now, how about we get up and move around a bit? Normally, when we're at the library, we do some movement. And one of the things we really like to do is shake our hands up high. So we're going to shake our hands up high, stomp our feet down low, rub our tummy in the middle, and around you go. Tap your knees in front, touch your heels and back. Put your hands together and clap, clap, clap. Here we go. We're going to sing it together. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in. Shake your hands up high, stomp your feet down low, rub your tummy in the middle, and around you go. Tap your knees in front, touch your heels in back. Put your hands together and clap, clap, clap. I think we can do that a little faster, don't you? Breathe in again. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Shake your hands up high, stomp your feet down low, rub your tummy in the middle, and around you go. Tap your knees in front, touch your heels in back. Put your hands together and clap, clap, clap. Good job. Hope you had fun doing it. Can you stretch up nice and high? Oh, that feels good. How about we're going to do another movement thing. Follow the leader and clap like me. Follow the leader and clap like me. Follow the leader and clap like me. Clap your hands like I do. Follow the leader and march around. Follow the leader and march around. Follow the leader and march around. March around like I do. How about we snort like they did in the book? Follow the leader and snort like me. Follow the leader and snort like me. Follow the leader and snort like me. Snort around like I do. Follow the leader and wiggle around. Follow the leader and wiggle around. Follow the leader and wiggle around like I do. Good job. Reach up, reach down, put your bottom back on the ground. Last time when we were together, we read a poem because April's poetry month. We read a poem from Where the Sidewalk Ends, and it's written and the drawings are done by Shel Silverstein. This is one of my favorite poems that he has. It's called Captain Hook. He's a pretty funky looking dude, huh? It says, Captain Hook. Captain Hook must remember not to scratch his toes. Captain Hook must watch out and never pick his nose. Captain Hook must be gentle when he shakes your hand. Captain Hook must be careful opening sardine cans and playing tag and pouring tea and turning pages of his book. Lots of folks I'm glad I ain't, but mostly Captain Hook. I hope you had fun with us today. And I just want to tell you about one more thing. And this is mainly for the big people in your life. Your parents or grandparents or who's taking care of you during the day or night. It's National Library Week. And we have libraries that are closed right now, so you can't come into us. But you can have the library at your home. All you need to make sure that you can get to us is your library card. You can still use that now because you're going to need it if you go to our website. And our website's located at susquelibrary.org. And if you go to that in your browser, you'll come to our website. And on our website, we have so many good resources that you can access at this time. If you go to Power Library, you can get into what's called BookFlix. And BookFlix is a source for young kids. It pairs fiction and nonfiction books together in a whole bunch of different categories, animals and science. And the book can be read to the kids. It highlights the words. You can choose the speed of the book. And there's movement with it. You can have a movie, quote unquote movie, where it moves things around. And it's a lot of fun. I think you'll enjoy it. For a little bit older kids, we have TrueFlix, and there's all different resources on there for kids, say from 3rd through 6th grade. You can have videos on there. There's a lot of information that the kids can get. We also have Road Warrior on our website if you're down the bottom of the page on our web page. And that has everything about any country that you can think of. Their geography, their culture, their food, there's recipes, any question that you can think of, you can find answers there. We have Libby that has books available for people to read at home on your laptop or on your handheld item. So we do have a lot of resources that you can use and enjoy during this time. So I hope to see you again. It was nice being with you, and I hope you have a great day.